So in our first story, we look at ways to maximize the energy use in your home, whether it's with appliances or devices. At a recent technology trade show, we toured a virtual home to learn more about a project happening in Texas, offered by Reliant Energy.
Our goal is to give our customers more choices, so that if you decide you want to have a time of use pricing, for instance, which may have two different prices during the day depending on demand on the system, you can choose to do that if you're able to move your high energy use, like charging your electric vehicle or running a load of dishes or running your laundry, to another time.
The Reliant system taps into so-called smart meters, which are also being rolled out in other parts of the country. While some people have complained they're inaccurate, smart meters are meant to regulate and maximize electricity coming from the grid. So tell me how people would get this information.
So right now we've got two ways that our customers can get this information. One is a weekly summer email. So it's an email we send to them every week. It says, this week you've used this much electricity. It compares it to the week before. It shows them what the temperature was on those days. And in Texas, that makes a big difference, especially during the summer.
It's all about using electricity when it costs less or during off-peak hours. And systems like the one from Reliant can make it easier and even, well, kind of cool. But you don't need the power company's help to measure your home's energy performance.
You know, it's interesting. A lot of people view their utility bill as a tax. They don't even think of it as anything else because there's very little information. They get this bill at the end of the month. It's X dollars, and
pretty confusing
about
sometimes
it.
too.
Very confusing. People don't know what a kilowatt hour is or a therm if it's a gas bill. And in this case, they're really getting the information and they really know what's going on.
Powerhouse Dynamics offers a service called eMonitor that deciphers all the weird terminology and attaches directly to your circuit panel. Certainly when a trained professional does it, he makes it look kind of easy, but you can do it yourself. Just make sure you take the proper safety precautions, switch off any circuits before you do anything. And remember, when this is all done, it's kind of hands-off. This box and all the wires that are inside are kind of like a stethoscope that's measuring the pulse of all of your electricity. That said, you might want to rely on a certified electrician, and you may need to, depending on the housing code in your municipality. Be sure to check on that. Anyway, once it's installed, you register for the service online and fill in the corresponding information. Then you can see details about where every dollar is going. There's even an app that will let you monitor your home while on the go and send alerts when certain outlets might be overloaded. But
the entry-level product is $4.99. And then there is a 2-year service contract that works out to about $7 and something a month. And then there's a next step up, which is $6.99. So it depends what they're purchasing. For our typical customer, looks like the return on investment just on the energy savings, it takes a little under 2 years to make that money back.
You'll also need an electrical outlet near the circuit breaker, an available Ethernet connection, and installation costs about $200. But it may be worth the cost to empower the consumer. Do you see a day, 5-10 years from now, when we are all aware of what our appliances are doing?
I think it could absolutely happen. I mean, if you think about, you've got a dashboard in your car that tells you when your tire pressure is low or your oil pressure is low and how many miles to go. And you buy a house with thousands of dollars worth of stuff and you have no information at all.